The Atlanta Hawks are one of the more talented teams in the NBA that nobody, really talks about. I don't get it. Now, I know they underperformed a little bit last year, but they go out this offseason, they make some good moves, and honestly, they didn't really have to make good moves. They've already surrounded Trae and Dejounte Murray with a good core of young talent that's only going to continue to get better and better. They shipped John Collins out. That was really the only move, and I believe that was, last year at the deadline? Sorry. That was in the summer. The Saddiq Bey trade was at the deadline. They got guys like Kobe Buffkin, Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu, AJ Griffin that we will talk about in today's video. This is the first of a series of, we'll do probably like the top 20 teams in the NBA. 5 reasons why the Atlanta Hawks can win an NBA championship. So make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and stick around for all 5 reasons and hit that subscribe button. Now let's first look at the first reason, which is their three-point shooting should be much improved. Last year, they were 29th in three-point attempts, 28th in three-pointers made, and 21st in three-point percentage. And if you want to win in the modern-day NBA, you have to be able to shoot the three ball. Trae Young himself only shot at 34% from three last year, so a relatively inefficient year for the Hawks last year from three. Actually, not really relatively, extremely inefficient. They bring in Kobe Buffkin, 36% from three on about 4 attempts. Saddiq Bey, we talked about, was the deadline deal that they bring in. 40% from three on 5 attempts last year in Detroit and Atlanta. Only 20 minutes a game last year for AJ Griffin, but when he did come into the game, he shot the three ball at a 39% clip on 4 attempts per game. John Collins is gone, a guy they were trying to get to expand his offensive arsenal outside the three-point line. It just didn't really work. In 4 attempts a game, he was shooting 29% from three. Now, the second reason is Trae should have a bounce-back year. Now, yes, he put up crazy numbers last year, but when you compare his 2021-2022 season, where he averaged 28.5 points, almost 10 assists, and almost 4 rebounds, to this year, you can really see the differences. 46% from the field, 38% from three, and a steal a year ago for Trae Young. Whereas in the 2022-2023 year, he didn't put up as many points. He put up about the same assists and rebounds, 26 points a night, 10 assists, 3 rebounds. So, that's still very good. And, he didn't exactly fall off. But efficiency was down 3 whole ticks from the field and 4 whole ticks from three. Still averaged that steal a game, so, still a clamper. Not really. He's kind of a liability on defense. But we need to get the efficiency up in order to have a bounce-back year for the Atlanta Hawks if they want to go on and make a run at the NBA Finals. Now, the third option, or the third reason, is that this is the second year of the Trae Young, Dejounte Murray experiment. They finally got a year under their belts, and now, they know how each other play. I feel like, usually good things take time, especially in the NBA. As a Carolina Panthers fan, I'm trying to remember that myself. Bryce Young, it's not been great. But let's not get off topic here. Dejounte just signed a 4-year, $120 million extension, proving that he wants to be here in the long run. He wants to be an Atlanta Hawk. That is a discount for a guy of his caliber these days. He averaged 20.5 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, and 6 assists a night. Dude was out there balling this year, as well as being an absolute menace on the defensive end. 47% from the field, 35% from three. We would love to see that come up. As we were talking about earlier, the Hawks' three-point percentage needs to get better. But overall, Dejounte Murray should have a very, very good second year in Atlanta. And I think him and Trae Young will be able to play off of each other much better because, of course, good things take time. Now, number 4, we have the young wings development. Now, Saddiq Bey, even though he hasn't really been developed in Atlanta, he's still 24 years old, or will be 24 years old this year. And last year, he was solid for the Hawks. We talked about he came over at the deadline, averaged 11.5 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, 1.6 assists, and the efficiency was what really stood out to me. Kind of playing that small ball power forward spot in spots for the Hawks when they wanted John Collins out of the lineup. 47% from the field, 40% from three in 25 minutes a game. So I think Saddiq Bey will really help them, especially in increased minutes. AJ Griffin, another guy, 20 years old. You give him some more minutes. Last year, he put up 9 points a game, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And those are good numbers for a rookie, especially for one of the youngest rookies in the entire class. But I think this year, with improved minutes. He only played 20 minutes a game last year, but the efficiency was off the charts. That's a trend you're going to see a lot in today's video with these young Atlanta Hawks. Their efficiency is elite. Jalen Johnson, 21 years old next year. First rounder a couple years ago. I guess you can say he's out of Duke. Not really. I don't know if Duke claims him, though. 5.5 points a game, 4 rebounds, 1 assist for Jalen Johnson. 49% from the field is promising, but 29% from 3, not good. However, he is a 6'9", 6'10" wing. So, maybe he can just be a defensive slasher type guy that fills lanes in transitions. Now, Onyeka Okongwu is not a wing, but he will be 22 years old next season, a part of this Hawks young core that they can continue to build around Trae and Dejounte Murray. 10 points a game, 7 rebounds, 1 assist for double O last year. 1.4 blocks as well, but he only played 23 minutes a game, and that's the big thing to take into account here. Especially if you look at the adjusted numbers, the per 36s, that's what you love to see, is guys producing in limited minutes. Now let's take a look at the perimeter defense for this year. Kobe Buffkin out of Michigan. Haven't really talked about him, but he is a good perimeter defender, so he is a guy to watch out for. He brings a lot of energy on the defensive side of the ball. Dejounte Murray, we know about him. DeAndre Hunter, one of the best defenders in the NBA. However, he just can't stay healthy. And then we just talked about Jalen Johnson as a big wing, that possesses some defensive tools. Onyeka Okongwu, Clint Capella, both guys that can protect the rim, control the paint. And then AJ Griffin and Saddiq Bey are a couple other guys that I feel like can really help them on the defensive side of the ball, just being able to guard multiple positions. Now, with that being said, that's our 5 reasons there. Now let's take a look at the lineups for this year. Projected lineups. Trae Young at the point guard spot with Dejounte Murray. It's a really good backcourt, one of the best backcourts in the league. A couple of top 10 guys at their positions if you've been keeping up with my position rankings videos. DeAndre Hunter at the 3. Like I said, when he's healthy, he's one of the best defenders in the NBA just because, one, of his versatility, and 2, his ability to guard everybody on the court. And he just does it all, and he can knock down the 3 ball on offense. Clint Capella, like we said, controls the paint. Although they could be looking at other options at center from Capella after this year. And then Saddiq Bey does a very good job of playing off of Trae and Dejounte on the offensive side of the ball. Now, taking a look at the bench, Kobe Buffkin, AJ Griffin, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Jalen Johnson, and Onyeka Okongwu. If the young guys here play well, this could be one of the best benches in the NBA. I mean, that's how much of an X factor their youth is on this squad. However, don't expect Buffkin to be getting rotation minutes right away. We'll talk about that here in a second. But with AJ Griffin's increased minutes, Onyeka Okongwu's increased minutes, Jalen Johnson's increased minutes, Bogdan Bogdanovic's, stable minutes where he's just an efficient force coming off the bench as a veteran for this Hawks team, look out for this bench unit to be really solid this year. And then, of course, Patty Mills, who, like we said, could be the backup point guard instead of Kobe Buffkin to start the year. Actually, I would pretty much guarantee that. I feel like you got to go with the veteran over the rookie, but we'll see what they do. But yeah, with that being said, that's the 5 reasons that I think the Atlanta Hawks, that's if they're gonna win a championship, it's because of those 5 things, those 5 improvements this year. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that they're gonna win a championship this year. This is just 5 reasons why they could. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. Of course, check back later. We'll probably have your team up here soon with their 5 reasons why they can win an NBA championship this year. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.